After years of disappointment, mediocrity, and non-original ideas, within the Sonic franchise, the Sonic fandom needed a change. We needed something that would change the franchise. Something that would put Sonic back on the map after the joke he had become. Sonic Frontiers is the game that is supposed to change all that, or at the very least pave the way for the future. Sonic's first open world, or rather an open zone adventure, is a huge step forward for the franchise, bringing an idea that has never been explored by Sonic before. Was Sonic's team finally able to bring Sonic back, what he once was, or are we still stuck in the endless cycle of disappointment? Here are my thoughts. Hey everyone, Anthony here, discussing my thoughts on the brand new 3D Sonic game in 5 years. Sonic Frontiers. After close to a week with the game, I got to explore so much of what the game has to offer. I truly took my time here so I could craft a true and structured review. This review will be spoiler free except for the end, where I will delve into the plot and discuss what worked and didn't work. Don't worry, I'll leave a spoiler warning before I start talking about it. Let's get into it. Upon booting up Sonic Frontiers, I was ecstatic. I had been playing songs like I'm Here, Vandalize, and other songs on repeat in preparation for the game, and everything was looking up. Let's start with the open world. Having Sonic in an open area full of things to do is a dream come true. The open world is beautiful, and I can just tell I'll open up this game just to run around and turn off my brain, even though I've already 100%ed it. There are 5 different islands in the game, and throughout all of them are puzzles and miscellaneous activities that upon completion reveal a portion of the map and give a reward. These are all relatively simple and a unique way to show off and utilize Sonic's moveset outside of combat, similar to my cat Muggsy. One thing that is apparent to everyone, no matter the platform, is the horrible pop-in on the objects. It happens everywhere through the game, and is very noticeable. I got used to it, but still does not make it much better. The same way she keeps popping into my head, and I can't get her out. I just miss her. Okay. Throughout exploration, you will find mini-bosses, which most are very well designed, and fun to fight, and all have different strategies to take them down, making sure you aren't always expecting the same thing when hunting them down. The skill tree also keeps combat entertaining throughout the entire game, and the animations are so cool looking. I never got bored with it, which was nice because I thought it would get stale quickly. Beating these bosses rewards gears, which allow you to unlock traditional Sonic stages known as cyberspace. The cyberspace levels are great, although they may use level designs from previous Sonic games. I believe it is a good choice, as we truly get to see the best of Sonic's platforming. It is also explained in the plot that these stages are formed from Sonic's memories, so at least there is a logical reason for it. However, I must say that there are only about 4 aesthetics to these stages, and I wish there was more variety. Each stage has 4 missions. Reach the goal with a specific amount of rings, get all red star rings, and get an S rank. I find these missions kept me coming back and role-playing. Fuck! I found these missions kept me coming back and replaying stages for the optimal route, and really kept me engaging the whole time. Every mission you complete gives you a key, which you can use to unlock a Chaos Emerald, which is basically the formula for the whole game, which sounds boring on paper, but is actually quite entertaining. There are also moments where Sonic has to talk to his friends. Unfortunately, I don't really have that many friends. Except for you guys! Subscribe and like my videos. Make me happy. Okay, where was I at? There are also moments where Sonic has to talk to his friends and do a small mission for them, which also rewards a Chaos Emerald. Some of these missions were a bit strange and sometimes annoying, but they were so short, like most of my relationships, so it was not a huge problem. I just can't get her out of my mind. I can't. Okay, I need to get back into this. Okay, you can also go around the map and collect memory tokens, which allows you to have optional conversations with Sonic's friends, which is really nice and gives more development to the characters. They even reference the events of past games, which is a really nice touch. Going back to the Chaos Emeralds, getting all of them allows you to fight the island's boss, which are fucking amazing! So amazing, in fact, that I no longer require sexual pleasure in life. I just need to replay these bosses. The bosses are all final boss material, and boast god-tier soundtracks that pump you up as you do amazing moves as Supersonic. I would not dare spoil these bosses, but I will put a small snippet on screen here. Just listen to this song from the first boss. I would like to have a no-spoiler discussion on my impressions of the story. Ian Flynn wrote this game. He is most commonly known for his work on the Sonic comics. This game's writing has shown me Ian Flynn did not only really care for this game's story, but the entire lore of the Sonic universe as a whole. Every character got an arc for the first time in years, and actually talked to each other about their struggles and problems. It was also sold by incredible performances by Roger Craig Smith and others.
Careful? Where's the fun in that?
The mystery of the ancient civilization of the island also gives some insight into questions we have been asking for years. That's about as far as I can discuss without delving into major spoilers. Unfortunately, after the main story, I wasted no time getting back into the game to go for 100%. My main playthrough was about 12 hours, while my 100% was about 19 hours, which is a very good length compared to games like Sonic Forces or Colors, which were only 3 hours. Going back and seeing everything I missed was very nice, although it did make me realize that the third island in particular is very poorly designed. It's split up into a bunch of smaller islands, and I'd have to run to the complete other side of the map to find the way to different islands, which was very annoying. In fact, during the main story, the game did start to lose its steam with the formula around Island 3. However, the game seems to realize this, and shortly after Island 3, the story ramps up and changes a bit, which I appreciated. I have said my fair share of things that I can talk about without going too in-depth, and now I'm going to delve into spoilers. You can skip to the timestamp on the screen to go to my final verdict. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. This story is one I have been waiting for years. Every character has an arc, as I have mentioned before. Amy realizes the world needs more love and is full of hatred. Knuckles feels trapped on Angel Island, and Sonic convinces him to live a little. Tails deals with the feeling of being a burden to Sonic. Are all themes that should have been explored so long ago, but I'm glad it's getting the spotlight now. It is so nice seeing these characters be characters again, instead of being cocky and cracking witty jokes. They use the events of previous games to give these characters time to reflect and realize who they really are, and it's beautiful. Even Eggman gets an amazing arc with his creation, Sage, and they form a father-daughter relationship, which is only explained upon with the egg memos if you can get from the fishing minigame, which gives some really cool lore. The ancient civilization looking like ancestors to Chaos, which is also confirmed within the egg memos, and showing the Chaos Emerald's origins from space was mind-blowing, and I was excited for more answers. All of this combined with the amazing boss battles was setting up for the best Sonic story in years. However, I feel the climax is where it fell flat on its face, when the voice that had been guiding Sonic throughout was revealed to be an evil being that was locked away. I prepared for an epic boss, but the Titan itself was just compared to the others. Even with the main theme, I'm here, blessing my ears the same way Karl Marx's words do, it felt like it was falling short. Then the second phase started, and I was excited for an epic battle in space, alongside Sage. However, the gameplay style completely shifted and was complete dog shit. I forget what it's called, but it was very Space Invaders-esque, as you can see on screen, and was similar to the credits of Nier Automata, or Automata, however you pronounce it. Great game, you should really play it. This was very disappointing, and I later found that this battle only exists on hard difficulty. It was also insanely difficult, and I was very disappointed by the end of it, leaving a sour taste in my mouth, making it hard to enjoy the ending. Sage sacrifices herself to destroy the End, which is the name of the boss, and for her dying wish asks Sonic to watch over her father, aka Eggman. Eggman then stands on the side of a cliff watching the rubble from his daughter's sacrifice fall as he remains distraught. And you know what Sonic does? He leaves Eggman behind, not even consoling him, as they work together and he suffered a loss and they leave the islands. It's cool that Sonic's friends have their own goals at the end, which makes it feel like a coming-of-age story, but the blatant disregard for Eggman was upsetting and no further answers about the ancients were given. The music in the credits was good, however the song, Dear Father, was very emotional, and I liked that. The other credits songs were also amazing, but I feel I couldn't enjoy them fully after that ending. The final post-credits scene shows Eggman possibly reviving Sage, so I hope that everything that felt satisfying here can be fixed in the next Sonic game. Okay, now that we are out of spoiler territory, it is time to conclude. Sonic Frontiers is the Sonic game we fans have been waiting for. It's not perfect, and has a lot of rough areas, but also a lot of good ones. A few more years of perfecting this formula and we can be in the golden age of Sonic. Keep Ian Flynn as a writer, vastly expand upon the lore and gameplay mechanics. Sonic Team is finally on the right path, but doesn't have it completely down yet, with a disappointing final act and some design issues like bad islands and Poppin'. These can be all easily fixed in future iterations. I trust Sonic Team fully, and this is truly a turning point for the series. Without further ado, I give this game the tablet rating of 7.5 out of 10. Before we go, it's time for Tableau Wisdom. Here's a quote from Historical Materialism by Afanasieff. The social phenomena comprising a socioeconomic formation are organically connected and influence each other, either directly or indirectly, so that a formation is a complex, developing social organism. We have already spoken about the unity and direct interaction of the productive forces and production relations, the basis and the superstructure. The superstructure is also connected with the productive forces, though not directly, but through the economic basis. Elements of the superstructure also interact. Politics, for example, influences art, morality, philosophy, and other forms of the spiritual life of the people. Production, basis, and superstructure leave their imprint on family relations, on the mode of life, etc. In a word, a socio-economic formation is wickerwork of the most diverse social phenomena whose interaction is occasioned, above all, by material production which permeates all the different social phenomena, determines the role and importance of each one of them, and dominates and transforms them in conformity with its own nature. Thanks for watching, everyone. Tabla out!
Come with me, we'll travel through the trials and tragedies.